Hey guys, it's Ashley and this is my Real Lives recap for season 4 episode 24. A is for answer.
Taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
Okay, so that episode was really crazy. I posted my reaction video last night, so if you wanna watch me react to the whole episode, you can watch that. I'll leave the link down below if you want to see it, or you can just go to my videos and you'll find it. This is a spoiler warning for any of you guys who haven't seen the episode. You know, this is like a spoiler warning, and so yeah, I'm just gonna get right to the recap. Like in my theory video, if any of you watched, I mentioned that I'm pretty sure the whole episode is gonna be, well, most of the whole episode is gonna be a bunch of flashbacks of the night that Ali disappeared, and it was, and we found out quite a lot of things. I'm actually kind of surprised that we found quite a bit of things. Yeah, so Ali meets the girls in Pennsylvania at the place that she told them to meet her at, and also Noel is the one that meets up with them first in the scene where they say, "What are you doing here?" It's actually Noel appears to be there, and he's been helping Ali hide out and stuff, and so he takes all of their phones so the police can't track where they are, and then he leaves, and then he gives her a plane ticket. I don't know if it was a plane ticket or a train ticket, but it was some kind of ticket for her to like leave and disappear in an hour, just in case she has to disappear again. Like, she needs the girls' help, especially Spencer's help, to find out who A is, and if she doesn't know who A is, she has to disappear, and this time it's gonna be for good. So they need to really find out who A is. So then she sits them down on a couch, and then she explains like what happened that night, even before she went missing, like even before that night. I really liked how they mixed in flashbacks with some of the scenes from the pilot episode. I thought that was really cool. So the first flashback, we see Ali at Hilton Head with Ian, and Melissa confronts Ian about it, and she's really mad because she's like, "I know you're with Allison," and so while they're arguing outside, Allison is in the bedroom, and looked like they were like about to film something like kind of like raunchy or something, because the tripod and camera was like right next to the bed. And so then she goes off to the camera and she deletes a video or whatever, and then she goes to like his laptop, and that's where she finds all of his videos from the NET club about Jenna and Toby and all of that. And then so she copies them on a flash drive, and then she takes it and she leaves, and then he comes back in, she's gone, and she goes over where Jenna was, and we already saw this flashback. Remember when Jenna told the girls that Ali visited her? She showed her, you know, the video of her. Well, she didn't show her because Jenna's blind, but she played the video for Jenna, and she said that if she gets one more message or doll, that she'll be buried alive, or it was something along those lines. Right when she's leaving, she gets a text saying that Jenna can't see but I can, or something like that. It was from A, and then so she knew Jenna wasn't A. Oh, and then also while Ali is with the girls, Mrs. Hastings is like calling up all of the other girls' moms because they can't find the girls, they don't know where they are, and the police are all at her house because they're looking for Ali and all of that. Oh, and also I forgot to mention is, yes, Cece got turned in by A to the police because she supposedly killed Wilden, and that was in one of my theories in my theory video. Yeah, so she's like getting like questioned by Officer Holbrook, and I find him to be really suspicious. I don't know, something about him, like even when he first appeared, I found him to be really like something off about him, and I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I just feel like he's creepy. Like right after Wilden disappeared, like dies, he comes along, and I just find him creepy. So anyway, he's like questioning Cece, and Cece tells him that Allison is alive and she's seen her more than once and she can prove it. I guess she gives him a picture of when the girls were in Ravenswood, all in their like Ravenswood costumes, and Allie is right in front of them. So the police officer shows it to Mrs. Hastings, and she's like, oh my gosh, Allie's alive. Melissa, she comes back because she heard from Toby in London. Like Toby like went to London and to tell her about Spencer's outbreak on a drug problem and all that, so she came home. And then afterwards, both Spencer's mom and dad starts to get questioned separately. Spencer about Allison, all about that stuff. And then Melissa's there too. And while they're at the police station, Melissa, she says that she knows that Spencer didn't hurt the girl, but it seems like she knows who actually hurt Allie. And then she whispers something into her dad's ear, and then it kind of just cuts off from there. So like that's like a one question now we need to figure out. And so like the flashback of Allie telling the girls, she tells them night that she went missing, Ian texted her to meet her at the Kissing Rock. She wanted to go to the barn, meet, you know, the other 4 girls, but I don't know, Mrs. De Laurentiis, she was like talking to someone on the phone, and I really want to know who she was talking to because she sounded like crazy. She sneaks out and but before she sneaks out, she sneaks drugs like sleep medication from her mom's purse to put in the girls' drinks because she kind of suspected the 4 girls would be A. And they're like giggling and all that, she secretly puts the sleeping pills into the girls' drinks so they'll sleep. And she did that. If the girls are sleeping, it's a text, they're off her list, and that's how she found out that they weren't A. Then the girls are sleeping and she goes off. Car pulls up and she goes in, and it's Ezra. He finds out how Allie has been lying to him about how she pretended to be 21 and was in college already and all of this stuff, all these stories. And so she meets Ian by the Kissing Rock, and then she tries to blackmail him but with the videos that she found about the NET club. Then so she goes back to the barn, and then Spencer is awake because she was on drugs, so the sleeping medicine didn't like work on her. And then they got into a big fight, a heated fight, and she followed Allie out of the barn. She grabbed a shovel. Just when you think she's about to hit Allie, she doesn't. She like falls down. Spencer's drugs fall out of her pocket, and that's when Allison finds about her drug problem, that she wouldn't tell anyone and that her secret is safe with her. She tells Spencer to go back in the barn and sleep it off. Spencer goes back and she sleeps. And then Allie goes back to the barn and she realizes that the girls aren't A, and then she's about to go back home and she's in front of her house, and Mrs. De Laurentiis is looking outside the window. She obviously sees Allison. All of a sudden somebody like throws out like not a huge rock but like a pretty good sized rock about this big, throws it at her, and she knocks out, and there's like blood on the rock. And then we see Mrs. De Laurentiis burying her own daughter alive. Yes, Mrs. De Laurentiis burying her own daughter alive. So that's what she probably was hiding. Also, she's hiding the fact that she knows and she's trying to protect whoever threw that rock at her, putting the blame on Spencer. Allison was saying that she was telling her mom that she was trying to say that she's alive, and she's like crying while she's telling the story, and the other 4 girls are crying. It was really sad. She also heard the mom saying that, so like over and over, how could you done this, or something like that. It was something along those lines. It says that yes, Mrs. Grunwald did pull her out of the grave, and this part where gets like kind of like whoa, you know, she obviously took off. Remember when Mrs. Grunwald said that she tried to take her to the hospital, but Allison ran off when she came back. And so Allison is like walking like with this huge like sore on her head and like all dirty. Car pulls up and it's nerdy Mona, and so then Mona takes her to this motel, the same motel where she brought Spencer, and when she revealed that she was on the A team, like showed A's lair, but it was another hotel room. Well, she like tries to fix Allie up, and she cares for her. Well, she pretends to care for her, and she says that that A person, you need to leave, you need to disappear, that's the only way. While she's sleeping, they pan over to like A's lair, like with all of the pictures all over, like of Allie and Allie dolls and like this whole like shrine of Allison stuff. It was kind of creepy. And there's like a dollhouse. Mona's humming and she's like brushing the doll's hair, which is supposedly supposed to be Allison, I'm guessing. And she's like, such a beautiful doll, or such a pretty doll, or something like that. And she puts it in the dollhouse. It was like really creepy. And then the next morning, Allison is dressed up as Vivian Darkbloom. She gives Mona advice to change her appearance. She's like, lose the glasses, lose the berets, lose the knee-high socks. And then she tells Mona where to go to get her makeover. And then so she drives off, and then Mona's just standing there watching Allie drive off. And then Allie knows that that was like all like a part of her plan. Like she knows that Mona's on the A-team, you know. Also revealed, I think it was last season finale, where the lodge went on fire. The girls got pulled out. Allie pulled out Hannah, but someone else pulled out the other girls, and she doesn't know who. She didn't get a chance to see. I think it was the first season finale, where Ian is like with Spencer, like they're like in a fight with the church bell tower, and someone pushes Ian off, and then he starts hanging from the bell tower. Well, that was Allison that pushed him off. That was pretty cool to find out. And also about Hannah's accident, like when Mona practically ran her over, is when Allie had to come back, because I think that was the first time, right, that we ever saw Allie alive. I think that was it. She just had to make sacrifices and just try to take risks, go back and talk to Hannah. So Spencer did not hurt Allie because she was sleeping. Someone threw that rock at Allie, so that wasn't her, and Spencer was so relieved. It was such a relief for Spencer and the other three girls. I mean, they were like crying with Spencer. It was like, oh, I'm so glad that Spencer didn't hurt anyone. So the end is the police located like a GPS thing on their phones, and they're in Pennsylvania. They found Spencer's car, but they can't locate the girls because Noel has their phones, obviously, so they can't locate them. They're in like this like cafe place, as that's where Allie's been hiding out. And all of a sudden the glass shatters, the window, and then A just chases them all over the place, up on this rooftop. All of a sudden Ezra shows up. I don't know why he shows up at these scenarios, whether it be like when something dramatic has happened. He's like protective of Arya, but I don't know why he would just be there that whole time. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm still like thinking back now, like why would he just show up then? And then A shows up through this other door, the black hooded figure with like the black mask. Ezra says that, I know who you are, don't move, the police are coming. So Ezra knows who that is. And then they get into this huge fight. A person starts shooting with a gun, or her. I think it's a girl because Ali mentioned she a few times. A drops the gun and Hannah takes it, and it's that scene from the promo where they're like, take off the mask. Of course, we don't know who A is. Like right when he's about to take it off, he runs. Like he's like pretending, and then he like tricks them and he runs off, and he jumps off the building, like jumps off the rooftop. I think it was Hannah that said to Ali, like, no way, that's your mom, because they thought Mrs. De Laurentiis was A, but I don't think that would be Mrs. De Laurentiis. It doesn't make sense anyway. They don't know where A is. Like A ran away. Ezra, we find out that he's shot like in his like stomach area on his side, and he just kind of faints, and Arya and like all the girls are like going hysterical, but mostly Arya and Allison are like hysterical, crying, but mostly Arya over. And then when that happened, I was crying. Like if you watch my reaction video, I was actually legit crying. Like that was so sad. I hope he lives. Like I don't want him to die, even if he said like some things about him in the past, and like he's still like a good person, I think. Or like it's still sad because Arya loves him, you know. It's like sad. So then she's like, no, you have to stay with me, Ezra, don't close your eyes. And he just kind of like just faints, like, and it's like, someone call 911, and they don't have their phones either. So Hannah and Emily and Spencer are like shouting like, someone help, call 911, help. And it kind of just ends there. And then the ending, see A dragging Mrs. De Laurentiis. Okay, and we don't know if she's dead or like just knocked out like how Allie was. And then we see her in a grave, and someone's just like burying her, like throwing dirt on her. And that was the end. I mean, I'm guessing Mrs. De Laurentiis is died, because I did hear that someone was gonna die, so I'm guessing she is dead. Unless it was Ezra. I don't know. But I'm hoping it was Mrs. De Laurentiis instead. Probably why Mrs. De Laurentiis died, because of Ali telling the four girls about how her mom knows who hit her. So that's probably why. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm thinking maybe Mrs. De Laurentiis has a twin far off. I mean, maybe, I don't think it is Toby's mom, even if they do look alike. I don't know. It's just, I really don't know what to make out of that. I'm just happy that they revealed a lot of what happened that night. But also now with Mrs. De Laurentiis now, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, we've kind of solved, well, most of Ali's night, but now her mom now. It's like, oh my gosh, why is this series? Like, oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Tell me what you guys thought of this whole episode in the comments, and what was your reaction, and if you guys think if Ezra is alive or not, and what do you think about Mrs. De Laurentiis, and what do you think, like, who do you think hurt Ali? And guys, thank you so much for watching my recaps. It means a lot. See you guys. Season 5 premiere is on June 10th, and I'll be definitely doing my recaps until the last episode. I don't want to think about that. Only doing 5 seasons. I'm guessing the last episode, like the very last episode, will be next year around this time, like ending of March, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for leaving all your nice comments, and because they make my day, likes, and really cool to like have feedback and stuff, because I've been doing these Pretty Little Liar recaps on like another channel, and I have like a playlist on my channel, Pretty Little Liar vlogs and recaps, and my old channel was Miley Cyrus Rock 0920. I started doing my recaps in 2011. I think it was the Halloween episode, going on to 3 years of doing these recaps, and at first like no one really watched them, like nobody noticed them, like whatever. To see that kind of recently, well, not that recent, recently, that it's been that my hard work, I guess, has been paying off, like more people are like watching and stuff, like it just makes my day, and it's awesome. Thank you guys so much, and stay subscribed, because I'll be doing recaps premiere June 10th and along. I know we can do this, Little Liars, we can do this. We just have to keep ourselves occupied with like Tumblr and Twitter and YouTube videos, and we'll be good. Also, I do other videos if you guys are interested in that. I don't know. Again, my reaction video is in the down bar if you want to see it. Sorry, this video was kind of long. Bye guys, peace out. See you guys in June 10th unless you watch my other videos, but peace out.